Okay, so I was just telling everybody in class that they may want to use their colored pencils on this. So we're on bar graphs now, and the data that we're going to look at is the number of students in each thing. What's the thing? Each grade category on our test. That 13 seems like too many. Let me double check, because I may have messed up your data. I did. Way to go, teacher. These are backward. So sorry. Scribble them out. There were 7 total students that got in the 90s, 10 in the 80s, 5 in the 70s, 5 in the 60s, and then 13 50s and below. So it was just exactly opposite of what I had listed. Okay, so the values of a categorical variable are labels for the categories. So our labels in this case are A, B, C, D. So it's saying the value of your variable, our labels are words such as male, female, A, B, C, D, blue, green, yellow, purple. The frequency table, which is really just a table. The frequency table of a categorical variable lists the categories and gives either the count or the percent of individuals who fall in each category. So for us, it's a count. And notice underneath that here, I also wrote frequency. So how many? We had, what, 22 that were C or higher, 18 that were D or lower. Make a bar graph using the data from the tables. So just like we've done before, we are going to label and scale our axes. So first, I'm going to label my grapharoonie. This is Unit 3 exam scores. Or exam grades, not scores. Down my X value is the categories that are listed first here. So my X axis is grade. So I can label that. I can say grade. And then you can even do tick marks if you like. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can label those A, B, C, D, F. I almost said E, caught myself. Then on the y-axis, you have a bunch of different options. You can say number of students. You can say count. You can say frequency. You could probably just say students. I think the best one is number of students. So I think that the best one is definitely number of students. Then we want to find our min and our max. So our minimum in a group is 5, and our maximum is 13. So I'm going to go by ones probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then, because you guys know I don't like my axes to be all jammed up, I'm only going to label 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm only labeling every 5th tick mark because I do not like my axes to be all crowded. We had 7 kids. Now here's the thing. If you did tick marks, you want to center your bar on that tick mark. So we had 7 kids. So I'm going to use pencil for this so that I can erase it when I want my thing to look nice. That were in the A category. And I want to center my bar over that A. And then this is where you can use colored pencils if that's your jam. Now this next part is extremely critical. When you go to do the bar for the number of kids that got a B, they cannot touch. So you're going to have 10 kids there, but your bars, no touchy. You want them, as best as you can get them, to be the same size. So like, I don't want one really skinny bar and one chunkier bar. I want them to be the same size, so you may end up needing to adjust your A, B, C, D down at the bottom to accommodate for that. I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to need to adjust, so I'm just going to erase mine right now. Then I gotta do 5 for both the C and the D. You want them to be the same distance away from each other. So you're trying to get this as uniform as possible. That blue's way too bodacious. Is anybody else like extremely picky about their colored pencil colors? No, just me? Alright. I can't find the right blue. Troubles me. How are you guys doing? Is everybody okay? You're not making very many sounds. Is that because you were done 10 minutes ago and you're just waiting for me to be done coloring? I can handle the truth. Kenley, stop yelling. Gosh. I don't really like that color. Why is this my life? Like, this color just seems too happy to be with the rest of these colors. Are you guys done? Was that a yes or a no? Okay, now because I colored mine, if I wanted to do a key instead of labeling down the, or on the x-axis, I could do that. So instead of at the bottom, if I wanted to, on the side, do a key with the 5 different colors that I used, I could do that. Does this make sense what I'm saying? Okay, so there's one thing on this that I want you to do as homework. There were a total of 40 students that took the test. I want you to make a bar graph again, but down the side, I want you to do %. Which means you got to change each of these to a %. So like this one would be 7 divided by 40. So that means 17.5% got an A. 10 out of 40 is 25%. 5 out of 40 is 12.5%. 13 out of 40 is 32.5%, which means that you could scale from 0 to 35 if you wanted and go by 5s. But the graph below this is for you to use the same info. Your x-axis will look the same, but your y-axis will be % instead of number of students. Do you understand the only thing that you have to do on this particular page? Yes? You don't have to do anything else but finish your CFU 4.0 and make the % bar graph on page 405. That is it. You may clean up when you are ready.